can come together with mathematics, especially if you struggle with with mathematics yourself, or you know students who struggle with mathematics, grasping the concepts. Perhaps poetry might be their best solution.
I think this is, I don't even know where to start. Because I'm looking at Botshelo and I'm thinking, what did you get for mathematics in matric? But she'll tell us, okay? Botshelo Mthomboti joins us in studio, 23-year-old South African, journeying through creativity and numbers, words and numbers, okay? I think for a long time we may look at the two as separate entities. How do numbers meet words in this manner? But yes, she's going to tell us all about her award-winning mathematics book, as it were. It's called Poetic Atmosphere of Mathematics, and how it actually works is it is designed as a study tool, okay? A study tool that kind of forms that bridge, as we've mentioned, the bridge between numbers and words.
Yeah.
And it really is opening doors for students who often feel behind to be included. Okay, mathematics is for everybody, and we can understand it if we really apply this method. By the looks of things, we had a look at the book. Okay, so Botshelo is in studio with us, and she's going to kind of give us insight as to how it all works. Botshelo, you are living up to your name. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
You are really living up to your name. Botshelo means life. So you're breathing life into spaces of education, you know, for young people. Yeah, I'm really interested to find out what was your aggregate in matric for mathematics?
Okay, that's a very interesting question, and I'm going to be honest and frank about it.
Yes.
I got 50% in pure maths in matric. I grew up in a very dysfunctional family. There were so many fights. Police would come every now and then to, you know, ease the tense. You can just imagine how painful that was.
Right.
I feel like the mark that I got in matric is not the real Botshelo. However, you can't go around explaining that I got this mark because of this and that and that. Life goes on. Nobody cares, you know. So, yeah, I feel like this book is my true potential, because if you were to look at my marks before that mark, like grade 11, you know, it's one of the hardest grades and stuff.
Right.
I was doing pretty well. You know, so yeah, something which is very sensitive happened just before I wrote my finals, and I'm not happy with what I got, but I feel like this book will make up to that. Yeah.
Let's talk about the progression of your, shall we say, you were not happy with the matric result, right? But then you got into varsity. Going into varsity, was mathematics a subject that you took from the very first year until you finished?
Definitely, because remember, I'm a Bachelor of Accounting Science student with UNISA. We do have maths modules.
Okay.
And I'm doing really well, more than even my matric, you know, the mark that I got in matric. Yeah. And accounting science has 2 maths modules, which is DSC and BNU. And they are extremely complex compared to the matric and, you know, high school thing, because you can just imagine it's chartered accountancy after all. And I feel like that is the true Botshelo. So yeah, accounting science has pure maths. Accounting goes hand in hand with maths. So yeah.
Okay.
Fascinating. Okay, so Botshelo Mthomboti is in studio with us, and you know, she as you were relating your story, you remind me of Professor Mamokgethi Phake, who also struggled with maths, and now she's like the professor at this. And every time she speaks, you know, to like little children, little girls who are battling mathematics, she's like, you know, this thing, ne? It's not. It's just a thing. You can learn it. You can learn.
True.
You got 2%. That's fine. That can be a different result in the next few months, in the next year, if you really apply yourself. So you remind me so much of her. And we're going to continue to unpack a poetic atmosphere of mathematics and see how Botshelo was able to merge words with mathematics as a study guide. We'll be right back.
Vue d'Afrique avec Joël Mouteba.
Cette peur d'un point de non-retour nucléaire suffit-elle selon vous à légitimer une telle offensive, Monsieur Taladi?
Absolument pas du tout. Cela fait plus de 30 ans que l'Israël crie haut et fort sur les toits, où il veut se faire entendre que l'Iran serait à 1 an pour obtenir l'arme nucléaire. Parfois, l'Iran serait à 6 mois, parfois l'Iran serait à 2 semaines pour obtenir son arme nucléaire. Et curieusement, jusqu'à ce jour, il n'y a toujours aucune preuve que l'Iran a obtenu cette arme nucléaire, en dépit des déclarations d'Israël et de certaines puissances parfois.
Vue d'Afrique, du lundi au vendredi de 15h à 16h, temps universel.
Whatever you want to hear about today's talk, you can only get it on the upside. Every weekday, 2 to 5 p.m. Central African Time.
20 minutes in to 2 p.m. in Central African Time, and Botshelo Mthomboti is joining us in studio. She's a 23-year-old South African who is blending numbers with words, with creativity, because it's not an each soul separately. They go together, and she gets it. She gets it on a level that has now formed into a book. Poetic Atmosphere of Mathematics is the name of her book, and we're talking about it. So essentially, if you've just tuned in, this is not your ordinary study guide for mathematics, okay, as it bridges numbers and words, and really just opening up all kinds of possibilities, because we know how important mathematics is. But Botshelo, let's talk about just you realizing the importance of mathematics and you wanting to do well, because you were saying in your response earlier about just what was happening in your home and how that affected your studies. When did it hit you? Did it hit you then that mathematics is very important and that I actually can do well at this?
Okay, so let me just take it back to my writing journey. Just like as I mentioned earlier on, that I grew up in a very dysfunctional family. I didn't have the guts to speak to anybody when all of this was happening. So I bled on paper. I wrote poems that reflected how I felt. And one day I was like, Botshelo, you love poetry, you love maths. Why not combine the two and introduce a new way of learning mathematics? A maths class has always been like a serious class. Why can't we have fun? This book offers a strong interaction between a learner and a teacher through poetry, which is something that has never been done before. So, yeah.
Why do you think we struggle so much, the general populace, when it comes to mathematics? We love other subjects. We can talk about accounting as it's by itself. We can talk about life sciences. We can talk about geography or whatever the other subjects are. But when it comes to mathematics, it's like collectively we frown upon this subject. What is it about mathematics that is so challenging that till this day we don't know how to navigate around it?
Brilliant. I love this saying that goes, victory begins in the mind. I think the first problem that we have is the attitude, how you approach a subject. If maybe I got a sibling or maybe an older sister who's doing pure maths and she had like a bad experience with maths.
Yeah.
She'll go on to say, don't take maths. Maths is hard. Maths is challenging, So already you've planted that thing that maths is hard. It's challenging. So the first thing is attitude, how you approach a subject, not just maths only, even an accounting speaks volume. So if you can just fix our mind, and then I think we'll be fine. Also, I feel like some parents, I won't say all, don't offer their children academic support. Let me elaborate. You find yourself that you are Botshelo Mthomboti, who comes from Soshanguve, and you're struggling with maths. One would suggest a tutor. You go home, tell mom, I need a tutor. No, I can't afford that. We are struggling. So some of those factors, they also contribute because we don't have the resources to make you understand, to make you use more resources through maybe a study guide and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
So I hope.
Just on that note of resources, you've obviously now provided one. Okay. A resource that looks like it's just so much fun. I want us to unpack the book. I want us to unpack Poetic Atmosphere of Mathematics. I love that title. It's so beautiful to say and swirl those words around in my mouth. But talk to us about how you then merged the poetry, the words with mathematics. I mean, okay, just run us through how it is and how it then became a study guide.
Okay. Let me start by saying, when I was writing this book, I encountered a lot of challenges because I approached a few mathematicians and I was like, you know what, my name is Botshelo Mthomboti and I'm thinking of this brilliant idea. They were like, no, you can't combine pure maths and poetry. That's insane, right? But I did it anyway. And I did it through the Shakespeare form. If you don't understand the poem, there's the understanding the poem part where there's a line by line explanation to make sure that the reader gets a better understanding. So yeah, it's so hard to explain how I combined it unless you like get a taste. But yeah, it's poetry, pure maths. And allow me to add that last year in 2024, July, Professor Joanne Groundley, who once taught at the University of Oklahoma, reached out to me regarding this book. Her speech was like, Google shared your name with me.
Girl.
So I feel like if this book could reach somebody like mathematician Professor Joanne Groundley, then there's value, there's power in this book because it offers a maths class has always been a serious class. I want learners to have fun while learning this maths thing, you know. So yeah.
Why don't you give us a snippet of what people can expect from the book?
Okay. I'm going to say out a poem, right, that's called Multiplication and Division of Variables. It's about exponents and variables and whatnot. So if you're doing maths, I know you love this. It goes like this. Okay. Oh, multiplication. I will add exponents of the like variables when I deal with you. 8h times 9h. You must be equivalent to 72h to the power 2. 6j times 3j. You must be equivalent to 18j to the power 2. I also know that I will not add exponents of unlike variables. 2h times 8h. You must be equivalent to 16hj. Oh, division. I will subtract exponents of the like variables when I deal with you. 10b divided by 2b. You must be equivalent to 5. I am a dedicated mathematics student and I will pass maths. Thank you.
Also, that is powerful because already you are saying the words out loud. As a child, I would imagine you're already telling yourself that I can do this, that this is just words and numbers, that I am in control of what's happening here and not the other way around. So I love it from that point of view. I think you've just found your divinity. Age group. Okay, let's talk about who this particular poetry book is composed for.
Okay, so this book covers basic mathematics.
Right.
I mean, you can't be approaching solve for X questions while you don't even know the different types of numbers that we have. You don't even know anything about fractions. So I would say from grade 8, because we do have grade 12s who don't even know the different types of numbers that we have. Yet you want to go on to trigonometry. You want to go on to solve for X. You don't even know anything about the denominator, fractions, and so it's from grade 8 until first year of varsity. Why am I saying first year of varsity? You would find out that there are students who didn't do pure maths in high school, and they find themselves in a course that accommodates pure maths. So this is like a great foundation for you because it covers the basics, you know. So yeah.
And Botshelo, where can people find the book? Can we download it somewhere, or do we need to buy it physically?
Okay. So the book is available directly from me. I'm still trying to reach like a fair deal with bookstores, you know. But yeah, the book is available from me. My email address is poeticfinancebooks@gmail.com. On all social media platforms, it's Botshelo Mthomboti. And also my business number rather is 071 325 0898. Yeah.
I love the novelty. Like, I'm just so inspired. Very quickly, Botshelo, before we let you go, any chances that you're going to translate the book into other African languages, perhaps, to make it more accessible, you know?
I haven't considered that. Thank you for bringing that up.
Listen, darling, take the idea and run with it.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
definitely do it. Thanks a lot. Maybe I might try
Yes.
it as time goes by. It's a recent thought, you know. Yeah.
Nice one. But congratulations
Yeah.
on just all your achievements. And of course, I think the build up to who you have become has led to you writing this book and then being able to serve other young girls and other young boys. So congrats. Well done. Well done, you.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me. I mean, if you are listening at home, please don't discourage these learners to take pure maths. South Africa needs more statisticians, if not mathematicians,
That's right,
guys.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
please, I didn't have a great start with maths. Look now, the matric thing. But I didn't let it define me. You get that I'm saying? And don't let your background also to define you. This dysfunctional family, I'm like, you know what? It's my family matter stuff. I need
Right.
to up the game. Yeah.
All right. Botshelo Mthomboti, thank you so much for joining us. She is the author of Poetic Atmosphere of Mathematics. Let's check in with the sports desk.